Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and today we're doing some speed duel stuff. And I say stuff because I'm actually going to be doing two videos. You see, I was requested to build a deck in speed duel for the Super War Lion. So I started looking at my cards and I was like, wow, I've actually got two very fun different routes. One's a little more budget, one's a little more competitive. So I'm going to give them to you both today. I'm going to stagger them. You can see the next one here in about 4 hours or so. That'll be live later on today. This is the first one. This is going to be our advanced ritual art build, and this is the fun one. This is the Super War Lion Red Eyes Black Dragon build. And honestly, you don't play Red Eyes all that often, but we got some stuff in here for you. So, let's get you a deck. First off, we're going to be using Emma because we want the Ritual Ceremony skill card. I'll go over this after the fact. This is actually A1 great based on the wording and the way that I found rulings for this for right now. This may be liable to change later, or the rulings I found maybe weren't on the up and up. But right now, based on the wording I found and the rulings I was able to find, this is actually going to be amazing. So sock that one away for a quick second. This is going to be a 21-card main deck. We're going to start off with 2 copies Breaker the Magic Warrior, 3 copies Red Eyes Black Dragon. We're going to have 2 copies Senju of the 1,000 Hands. I always want to say 10,000, even though that's Manju. And 3 copies of our Ritual Beast, the Super War Lion. We're going to go over to the spells. We're going to maximize out the advanced ritual arts. Very important. We're going to run 2 copies of Lurid Darkness. Again, we got like 5 targets in a 21-card deck, so this should work out pretty well for you most often. Every test I ran, I never had a chance to activate it unless I already had a dark in my hand. So we are also going to run 2 Books of Moon. This is very important. It's going to help stop our opponent. And because our monsters are a little on the weak side, we're going to be running 2 copies Adhesion Trap Hole. This will slow down the opponent a little bit. Again, I just don't have 2 of the Floodgate Trap Holes, so I'm making do with the Adhesion. Personally, I prefer the fact that this doesn't target, and it just halves them. So certain cards like Obelisk, obviously, you couldn't target him if you wanted to, but then again, if you put him face down like with Floodgate, he's still going to retain 4,000 defense. At least this way, he's going to be at 2k attack. So, and then our last card, 2 copies Red Eyes Spirit. This is why it's semi-Red Eyes. Besides that, in the advanced Red Art. Going over to our extra deck / fusion deck, our 6 cards are going to be the single Arcana Knight, double Blue Eyes Alti, single Senshi, and double Restricts. It's just my vanilla build. And the side deck for the game 2s and 3s, you got the double Lost Wind, double Waking the Dragons, and double Zone of the Spirits. It pretty much just covers the board for you guys. So if that was what you were here for, if you were just here for the deck list, I want to take a second. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I want to thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions for me, if you get them to me by the end of today, I'm probably going to be filming the thank you 1,001 year anniversary amalgam video tomorrow to release on Monday, because that'll be 1 year since the channel went live. And if you guys have got some questions, something that you want me to answer, maybe you've already asked me this before, maybe I answered in the comments, just throw another one down in their comments. And we're going to pick the best questions from the past emails, past comment sections, this comment section, this last week's comment sections. And I'm just going to answer some questions for you guys. So outside of that, subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day. Let your friends know about the channel, and everybody else, let's talk about what the cards do and why Ritual Ceremony is so good in this deck. So let's start with that skill card. So you activate this skill during the main phase. Once per duel, you can reveal 1 ritual monster card from your hand, then add 1 ritual spell from your deck to your hand that can ritual summon that monster. Okay. The big thing everybody wants to get stuck up on with this type of wording is they want to say that it's only the War Lion ritual that you can grab. Except Advanced Ritual Art can play any monster. So it's not saying to grab the specific one listed on the card. It's not like pre-prep of rights. I've got that set aside too because I was prepared for this. A little pre-prep of my own, guys. And this one says add a ritual monster from deck or graveyard to the name that's listed on the spell. We're not worried about that type of wording. We're worried about whether or not the spell can play the cards you revealed. So if you guys wanted to play a like a fun relinquish deck where you're running like little normal zero or little level ones, you guys could totally play advanced ritual art with your relinquished, and that might be something that I do moving forward. Anyway, that's a once per duel effect, and again, once per duel is all we really need. So that's our skill. I'm just going to set her over there. Again, you guys probably know Breaker by this point, so if you normal summon this card, you can go ahead and place a spell counter on it. It can only hold 1. Gains 300 attack per counter it does have, which will bring it up to a base 19 for us most of the time. And you can remove a spell counter from this to target a spell trap on the field and destroy it. So, very good walking MST, but a little slower than an MST. Still top tier. And one of your 2 cards that are going to be your allure targets. The more often than not target is going to be the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and again, this is what we got the advanced ritual art for, is because again we are playing to a 7-star ritual monster, so we need 7 stars worth of normal monster in the deck, and it's just so easy to streamline it. More on this later. Part of the reason is because he's dark, and that just makes things better. Part of it is the last trap in the deck. Last trap. 2 copies Senju. Again, since we are running the Ritual Ceremony, this is going to be like having 5 copies of our Ritual Monster in our deck. When this is normal or flip summoned, you can add a Ritual Monster from deck to hand, and the Ritual Monster in hand is what we need to trigger our Ritual Ceremony. So again, this is very important. I didn't feel the need to maximize it. But you could if you want to. Again, all my decks are just templates, guys. Feel free to make any changes you want. Let me know about the changes that you guys make. If it makes it better, we all learn, right? But 2 here. 3 copies of our boss monster, who's actually weaker than the guy we're using to make him. The Super War Lion. Nice vanilla, 2300. Pretty cool looking art to him. Again, we never really got to play with him in like the TCG because by the time the premium pack came out that he was in, the game was just too advanced to see these kind of cool ritual monsters. But again, this is Speed Duel, and we get to play these strategies for now. So awesome. And again, it's going to be a 7-star, so we need to know that too. The Advanced Rid Art, you can use this to ritual summon any ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters from deck to the discard pile with levels that equal that of the ritual monster. So again, we want to be able to get to the monster, show you the monster, grab the spell, use the spell, summon the monster, pitch Red Eyes. It's a very basic strategy, very easy to get a deal with. You need the 2 Allures of Darkness. We need a little bit of extra draw power, especially since I bumped this one up to 21 cards. Draw 2 cards, banish a dark from your hand, and if you can't, you have to drop the whole hand. Pretty straightforward. Book of Moon, here to help you shut down the opponent and slow them down just a tiny bit. Target a face-up monster on the field. Change that target to face-down defense. Nice, cut, dry, very easy to understand, and still shuts down plenty of monsters. The Adhesion Trap Hole, when your opponent summons a monster or monsters, and it doesn't matter if it's normal or special, have those monsters' original attack power. And again, this is a non-targeting effect. So if you end up falling into somebody who's actually playing Obelisk the Tormentor, and I've seen a few, this will actually help you combat that. And again, if you've already developed into either Red Eyes or the Super War Lion, you will be able to take that in hand-to-hand combat there. So that's awesome. And again, the last trap of the deck, this is the real reason why I chose Red Eyes. I just thought this was like really fun. And this like lives up to my name as the casual duelist. The 2 copies Red Eyes Spirit, it just says target a Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So just go ahead, use the advanced ritual art. Like I just said, show the monster to your opponent, get the spell, play the spell, pitch the Red Eyes, play the monster, activate the spirit, bring back the Red Eyes. Get double boss monsters, my friends. That's what it's all about. Again, my extra deck and my side deck are very vanilla for this channel, so if you guys have been watching, you guys know. Arcana Knight tends to protect himself. Blue Eyes Ultimate is the strongest in the game, for now. Ryu Senshi can not only protect itself from spell cards, automatically negating any spell card that targets it and destroying it, but you can also selectively negate traps for 1,000 life points. And Restrict is one of my favorite technical plays in the game, especially in Speed Duel. There's so few things that actually break the back row that are used, that this is actually a great pick. The sideboard, Lost Wind, this is basically for anything that's, playing out of the extra deck against you. Target a face-up special summon monster on the field, negate its effects, have its original attack. If a monster special summoned from the opponent's extra deck while this is in the discard pile, you can then set this card to, again, banish it when it leaves the field the second time. So again, you get to use this one twice. Fantastic. Waking the Dragons, if this gets destroyed or banished, you get to go ahead and... if it gets destroyed or banished by an opponent's card effect, then you get to special summon a monster from your deck or your extra deck. And this is my real in for going into my extra deck to pull out those champion level cards. And then the last card is just Zone of the Spirit. Again, you gotta be aware that Inner Conflict is a thing. I'm using it in today, later today's deck. So again, you got to be aware that that's going to be out there. You just run the Zomas just to defend yourself against it. Again, while this card is considered summoned by its own effect and is then destroyed by battle, the opponent takes damage equal to the attack power of the monster that bodied him. Which just, again, in the case of Obelisk attacking, you're like, boom, Zoma. You want to keep attacking because that's game. That is the deck. That is the Ritual Ceremony version of the Super War Lion. Later today, like I said, I'm going to come at you guys with an Inner Conflict build. I do think my Inner Conflict build is a little bit better, but I was struck with some inspiration. I felt like spoiling you guys, giving you 2 decks today. So I hope that you guys will check that out. I want to thank you guys for watching and listening to me rant for the last 12 minutes. It's been fantastic, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, my friends.